Hey, thanks so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. We are continuing to dive into the book of Proverbs. Today, Proverbs chapter 2. And my prayer today is that you would experience his wisdom in such a way that it gives you foresight into the foolishness of this world, because this chapter is all about the benefits of wisdom. And I'll be sharing just a few verses with you. But again, I want to encourage you to read the entire chapter. Read it slowly. We want to digest God's words and apply them to our life today. So this wisdom right here, this wisdom is talking about how we can avoid this foolishness. We can avoid false satisfactions in a relationship. Now, to give you some context here, what I'll be reading here in verses 16 through 20 is a specific from a man to a woman, and a man who has wisdom would avoid a situation from an immoral woman, a promiscuous woman, a seductive woman, and a man of wisdom would choose to avoid a situation like that because it's going to lead to death. It's going to lead to destruction. And so whatever situation you are in, the biggest thing is talking about your environment, your influence. Who are you choosing to influence you? Who are you choosing to be around? Are you having the friendships, the relationships in your life? Are they leading to Christ? Are they leading to a relationship with him, spurring you on towards good deeds, as the word of God says? Or is it leading you to destruction? Is it leading you to death? Because wisdom would give you discernment to know what to do and what not to do. Listen to verses 16 through 20. Wisdom will save you from the immoral woman, from the seductive words of a promiscuous woman. Again, so whatever situation, whatever friendships or relationships or whatever it is that you're, relate that to your current situation right now. She has abandoned her husband and ignores the covenant she made before God. Are your friendships, are your relationships, is the person you're dating, are they doing that? Are they ignoring the insight and wisdom and standards of God? Because if they are, huge red flag, like try to avoid them at all costs, right? Especially when it comes to having a relationship, a covenant relationship with somebody like that. That is something that you, with wisdom, you would know to avoid. Verse 18, entering her house leads to death. It is the road to the grave. The man who visits her is doomed. He will never reach the paths of life. So follow the steps of good and stay on the paths of righteous. See, I love the book of Proverbs. I mean, it really tells you straight as is. I mean, it's not candy coating anything. It's like, hey, if you go into that person's house, if you go in, hey, it might seem good. It might feel good. It might whatever, but it lacks wisdom. It lacks God's standard. And if you're here on this earth just to fulfill your own desires, you can do that. You can, but see, that lacks wisdom, because the wisdom of this world is foolishness compared to God's righteousness, compared to his wisdom, because this is all temporary. All these things will come and they will go, but what's eternal is our soul. What's eternal is where we'll spend eternity. And so what he's saying here is that your environment matters. When we have wisdom gives us the foresight. See, the planning ahead. It gives us where we lack, where we won't make emotional decisions. It gives us self-control. So then that way we understand that the decisions that we make, they matter. If you're a parent, if you're a grandparent, if you're teaching your kids relationships, things like that, hey, read the book of Proverbs with them. Before they have a relationship with somebody, read the book of Proverbs, and they will gain so much wisdom to know what to do and what not to do. May you experience his presence. May you gain his wisdom as you dive into Proverbs chapter 2 today. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.